Hi, we're back at Marvel's Kids TV, and we have another VIP guest, beautiful Audrey Walters.
Yay, everybody!
Hello. Good to see you too. So, Audrey, what can you tell us about your job?
Oh wow, where do I start? My job at Marvel's is very fun because I get to work with the adults. Is mostly what I do. So, you know, the adult side of Marvel's Kids is Lincoln Talent, and I get to sum it all up. I'm pretty much just their mom.
Okay, so you are a talent manager for Lincoln Talent, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so, what are the ages that you take for Lincoln Talent?
We take ages 18 and up. We have a really cute little man who is 80 years old, and you know, still goes out on auditions.
So what type of auditions do you send like your 80-year-olds on to like what your 18-year-olds go on?
Let's see. Most recently, a lot of the 18-year-olds just went on an audition for a healthcare company. There's so much Reebok, Dish Network, TGI Fridays. Our 80-year-olds, they do the same thing. There's like, you know, commercials want all ages and all kinds of people. I can talk a little bit about our 80-year-old man, Bernie Welch. He is a gem. He's a SAG actor, and he got his SAG card so long ago he doesn't even have to pay SAG wages anymore. So things like that for him in particular. We don't get as many SAG jobs here in Denver, so the auditions are a little bit fewer and further between.
Is he your oldest talent?
You know, I think he is. I think he is. We have some ladies, and I would not dare to guess their ages. I think they all look fabulous. So I yes, I think he is.
I was just saying, Reese, she looks like she's in like 30s.
Yes.
I am.
Yeah.
You're producer of this show.
And you know, the interesting thing is too, we have so many adults who do not want to give out their ages. On just like the very basic forms, a lot of times they'll ask for your birthday and they'll leave the year off.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
So, what type of auditions have you gone on?
Well, I've gone on a lot of commercial auditions here locally in Denver.
And one of the auditions I went on, she was my mom.
That's right. Look, we can be mother and daughter, don't you think?
Our family was a little too perfect. Yeah, like we were all blondes.
Exactly. It was just too much put together. So here locally, I end up going on a lot of commercial auditions. Do some short films and web series. Down in New Mexico, it's more of the TV films that I go on. Used to go on a lot of In Plain Sight. Now that show's over. Breaking Bad, Long Mirror. Trying to think what else. So I really love to go on TV and film auditions because they're different than the commercials.
Yeah. So you are also a mom and a talent manager. Is that hard? Are you like really busy?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't lie. It's very busy.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's just like they all also do this, and so they'll have auditions, and I have an audition, and you know, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I think we are going to have our co-host come up and ask you some questions.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
And we're back. So, Audrey, tell me about your first audition that you've had.
Okay, well, my first audition I remember very, very well. It was for a Remax commercial. And I can remember Karen called me and said, okay, you have this audition. And I was like brand new, like maybe been doing it for like 3 weeks or something. And she said, you're going to be going in with Ben Kroger as your husband. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay, looking him up online. Who's Ben Kroger? You know, of course he's like seasoned actor at this point. Like he's been doing this for a very, very long time. And so I remember I walked into the audition and I was Miss Chatty Cathy with everyone sitting like in the entire room. Like, so, you know, tell me about you and how long have you been doing this? And, or, you know, how many kids do you have? And oh my gosh. And I just remember Ben looking at me like, oh God, you mean I have to go in with her? Now he's a friend of mine and I think he would be like, no, I wasn't looking at you like that, but he was.
cool.
That's a very funny first audition that you did. So, now, we have the 8-year-old you were talking about, but we figured out he was 77.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad about that. He is 77. Look at this hunky guy, though. He's fabulous.
He doesn't look old at all.
No, he doesn't. And I can tell you from experience that he does not move like a 77-year-old man. He gets around really, really well, and he's a very bright guy.
Now, can you tell me how important training is?
Well, yeah, I think as an actor especially, we are always in training. And it's something that we're always evolving and changing, and it's something that you've never reached a point where you've learned enough and you can stop, because there's always something more to be learned.
Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Now, what is the age range for this agency to be talented?
There is no age range. Pretty much you just need to be 18 or older.
And if there is a person that comes in and they want to be like this guy right here, what would you say to them?
You know what? I go off a lot of my first instincts with people. If they have a passion and a commitment for it, I'm all for it, and I try to give them as many tools as I possibly can to help them achieve their goals. I think that that's the basis of not only this industry, but a lot of things, but particularly in this industry, you have to have a heart for it, because it's a tough business.
Now, can you tell me what was your first job? Not acting, but what was just your first job?
I got booked as a principal role on a Perkins Family Restaurant commercial, and it was so much fun. I was a server, and I can remember doing when we were shooting the commercial, and I just have to serve the food to the people sitting at the table, and the director kept saying, "Okay, now smile bigger. Okay, make your smile even bigger." And I was sitting there thinking, I don't think I can make my smile any bigger, but I'll sure try. It was a lot of fun. It's my first experience with, craft services and not having to wear my own clothes. They bought clothes for me to wear, and it was a lot of fun.
All right, what was your favorite audition you've ever done?
Okay, I'm gonna stop while she's thinking.
And we're back. So, we're on the question, what was your favorite audition? So what is it?
It's very unusual, but my favorite audition is one that I worked the hardest for. And I didn't get the part. I got 2 callbacks for it, but I didn't get the part. The director expected a lot of his actors, and that was what I really respected and appreciated about this audition in particular. He handed us cold reads, pages of it, and but wanted it to be memorized almost immediately, and he just kept asking for more and more and more. And I can remember him handing me 2 pages of a monologue and said, "Okay, now you ready to audition?" And I had to do it, and then I made some minor adjustments that he wanted me to do. And anyway, I just really like doing the work, and so I guess that's why I like that audition so much.
All right, what work are you working on now?
Currently, actually, I start production tomorrow on a short film where I have to run out into lanes of traffic. So I have a team of stunt drivers who I've been working with for the past couple of months, and they're precision stunt drivers. And so it's a movie called Low Road Baby, and I have to run out into these lanes of traffic, and the drivers have to dodge me, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I just shot a horror film last month called Monster in the Basement, kind of scary, where I play a mom. And let's see, I'm working on a web series as well.
One last question. Have you ever sang in your life?
Yeah, I've sang a lot. Yeah, I like to sing.
She sing something for us?
Can you sing something like
Oh,
that?
wow. Not without some help from some really good singers.
Okay, we'll stop.
Okay, so for the record, I'm not a trained singer, but I'll sing because Murray asked me to. So this is a song from Rock Band. That's the only reason I know it, because I play Rock Band with my kids. Do you guys play that? No? On the Wii sometimes? Anyway, okay. Creek is the name of the song. Okay. Woo. When you were before, could look you in the eye.
Look in the eye.
You're just like an angel.
Just like an angel.
Skin makes me cry.
Makes me cry.
You float like a feather.
Float like a feather.
In a beautiful world.
In a beautiful world.
You're so very special.
So very special.
I wish I was special.
I wish I was special.
But I'm a creep.
But I'm a creep.
I'm a weirdo.
I'm a weirdo.
What am I doing here?
What am I doing here?
I don't belong here.
I don't belong.
Oh, she's running out the door. She's running out. She runs, runs.
Woo! Very, very good.
Okay, so in case you're just tuning in, there is a summer camp going on here at Marbles Kids, and I can tell you these kids have had a blast. If you're interested in signing up for future summer camps, please contact Marbles. You can get us on the web at marbleskids.com, or you can call us 303-322-5004.
Okay. And then
Hi, we're back to Marvel's TV show, and we have Kelly here, and I would like to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
When did you start singing?
Since I could breathe, I literally think I came out of that, or I came out when I was born, and I think like literally I was singing at that moment. I was like, ah. So yeah, since I could breathe, as long as I can remember.
How much time do you spend singing?
Oh my gosh, 24/7. My brother who works a night job, he'll come home and I'll be like singing, like, you know, to my heart's content. I'll be belting it out and he'll be like, Kelly, shut up. And like, because he has to sleep, you know. And so yeah, 24/7. And then I start going into like my head voice quiet singing. So yeah.
Well, that's very cool. Do you have an agent?
I do. I am with Marbles Talent, and yeah, they're awesome. So I really like them.
What have you learned at Marvel's Talent?
I have learned a lot of things. I've been to a couple workshops, and this is my first summer camp at Marbles, and Reese, she is our teacher, and she is amazing. And I actually came from a theater background, so I'm not used to the whole camera, so I am very used to, you know, being on stage, like over dramatic, and and projecting, and I can't do that in front of the camera. So I've learned a lot of TV things here. During the summer camp, I actually had a workshop with Kathy Brink, and she's the producer of Lemonade Stand, so that's pretty cool, or Lemonade Mouth, not Lemonade Stand. And so that was cool, and I've been to a couple workshops, and so I've learned a lot, like all about the camera, I think, so.
Well, that's very cool. Do you have a song that you could sing easily?
I do.
Okay, can you give us a little sample of that song?
Sure.